Some towns fade away slowly, but this place in the United States vanished almost overnight. And the reason behind it is so strange that even today, more than 60 years later, experts still argue about what actually happened. This is the story of Centralia, a quiet little town in Pennsylvania with barely 1,000 residents. A peaceful place, one of those towns that looks completely normal, until you realize what was hiding beneath it.
They told you the story. We tell you the truth. Welcome to factslix.
Under the streets of Centralia, there were massive abandoned coal mines, dark, unstable tunnels stretching for miles. They were filled with dry coal, old wooden beams, and pockets of toxic gas. For decades, people ignored them. No one expected the danger. But in May of 1962, everything changed. The town wanted to clean up a small landfill near one of the mine entrances. And instead of removing the trash, they burned it. A simple fire, a routine cleanup. Except this time, the flames slipped through a crack in the ground and entered the old mines below. No one realized it at first, but deep underground, the fire found dry coal and it started spreading. Slowly at the beginning, then faster, then uncontrollably. Days passed, then weeks. The ground started warming. Smoke began leaking out of the earth. People could smell burning sulfur when they stepped outside their homes. But still, no one understood how serious it was. Then came the moment that changed everything. The temperature underground reached more than 500 degrees Celsius. The asphalt on the streets began to crack. Fissures opened, releasing thick, toxic smoke that spread across the whole area. Some streets looked like they were breathing, rising and falling from the pressure below. Children playing outside suddenly saw smoke coming from the grass. A few even fell into collapsing holes. One boy almost died when the ground opened beneath him, and he barely grabbed onto a tree root before falling into a glowing pit of burning gas. That was the moment the government realized Centralia was sitting on top of a massive, unstoppable underground fire, a fire that could not be extinguished. Every attempt failed. They tried flooding the tunnels. They tried blocking the oxygen. They tried digging trenches. Nothing worked. The fire had spread too far, too deep, too fast. Soon, carbon monoxide levels in homes became fatal. People woke up dizzy, confused, barely able to breathe. Gas detectors screamed in the middle of the night. Some families left immediately. Others refused to abandon their houses, even as the town began collapsing around them. By 1984, the United States government made an official decision. Centralia was no longer safe for human life. The town had to be evacuated. Almost everyone left. Streetlights were removed, shops shut down, houses were destroyed to prevent people from coming back. And in less than a decade, Centralia turned into a ghost town. But here's where things get even stranger. A handful of residents refused to leave. They stayed in their homes, surrounded by empty streets, broken sidewalks, and smoke rising from the ground. Some of them reported hearing strange noises coming from below, distant rumbling, echoing thumps, and in some cases, a high-pitched whistle coming through the cracks in the earth, like the sound of steam escaping from a giant underground machine. Psychologists who studied the area said that long-term exposure to isolation, stress, and invisible danger can create severe paranoia. People began writing journal entries describing the town as alive, as if it were breathing beneath them. Others said they felt the ground vibrating at night, as if something was moving under the surface. Whether those experiences were real or just psychological effects, no one knows. But the truth is even more shocking. The underground coal fire in Centralia is still burning right now, as you watch this video. Experts estimate it could continue for another 100 to 200 years. It's unstoppable, it's alive, and it's still spreading slowly beneath the earth. Today, Centralia is almost completely gone. Most buildings have been demolished. Roads are cracked, melted, and overgrown. Smoke vents rise from random spots like the town is exhaling. It doesn't look like a natural disaster. It looks like a portal to another world, a place erased by an invisible enemy, a town destroyed not by war, not by nature, but by a simple fire that refused to die. And somehow, after all these years, the mystery remains. Was it really just an accident? Or was something else happening beneath Centralia that no one ever discovered? One thing is clear. Centralia didn't just disappear. It was taken, slowly, silently, and forever, by the fire below. Thanks for watching until the end. If you found this interesting, make sure to like the video and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. The next story is even more disturbing than this one, so I'll see you there.